Welcome to Fourth and Forever, the flagship show of Roundtable Sports Network. Join hosts Stan, Richie, and TD as they break down the latest news and storylines across the NFL, featuring game predictions, breakdowns, heated debates, live Patreon callers, and everything in between. Catch Fourth and Forever every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of your favorite midday NFL news show on the internet, Fourth and Forever. I'm going to ask each and every single one of you coming in, I need all of you to hit that thumbs up sign for me. I've noticed that this YouTube channel, man, like we get the same amount of viewers. We get a bunch of newbies tapping into the chat from time to time, but the subscriber count has been staying stagnant. Folks, we need each and every single one of you to subscribe. Let's see what we can do with this YouTube channel, baby. Let's see if we can make this plaque certified one of these days. It all goes and starts with that like button. And say, for example, that you enjoy the daily NFL news we provide over here. Certainly do us a favor and hit that subscription button. Man, we have a lot to discuss today as far as playoff seeding percentages, as far as divisional winners, as far as what DVOA is going to suggest, and a lot more. I'm also going to be taking a lot of questions from the audience by itself, so stay tuned, strap in. I'm very excited to unpack with you today. Guys, I'm nosy, super nosy. I want to understand where each and every single one of you are tapping in from this morning. What fan base are you representing? What corner of the globe are you tapping in from? Do not be shy. I ask that each and every single one of you participate. Guys, and so I can tell you this already. The Buffalo Bills ended up losing last night. I am not doing well. That much I can tell you. Guys, listen, I need to give a giant shout out to Vitamin Energy, right? It is energy with the benefits, up to 7+ hours of energy. It nourishes the body and a healthy gut. As you can see, they have a bunch of different recipes right here, folks. Surprisingly enough, I took advantage of our mood shot, because how else was I able to deal with my morning stream last night versus the Houston Texans and even doing this show? Trust me, I was dreading it. I'm not going to lie to you. However, it has worked wonders. Surprisingly, I feel a hell of a lot more calm. My energy is here. And that's just one of the many benefits and recipes you can take advantage of over here at Vitamin Energy. They have immune, they have focus, fat burner, mood, you name it. It is all here, located in over 2,400 stores across the United States. But we suggest that you hit their website and you take advantage of this ultimate variety pack. Guys, if you want to take advantage of all of this, you need to go on ahead. Let me pull this up real fast. Take advantage of our codes over on Vitamin Energy right now, guys. BOGO Roundtable is going to give you buy one, get one free, or 15% off using that link in our description and the code top of mind. Shout out to Vitamin Energy for being a proud partner of today's show. We sincerely appreciate these guys for always showing love. Man, let's go ahead and get back down to the business. Let's get back down into business, baby. How's the chat going, guys? Do not be shy. Let me know where you are tapping in from. I'm from Philadelphia, a Miami Dolphins fan. Luz, Delaware is in the building. JT, Miami, Florida, go Bills. Joe Brady, the MVP. Patriots, running away with the AFC East. Go Pats. Rochester, New York. So is Josh Allen regressing a little? We'll get into that. Karachi is in the building. Hello, chat. What's going on, Aquavision? I hope all is well with you guys. Is Bob okay? Nah, he was getting his ass kicked last night on Thursday Night Football. That is for damn sure. But starting off with some news that I would like to discuss, at least to begin with, we ultimately ended up seeing not only did Joe Burrow participate in practice as a full participant for 2 straight days, he is now listed as questionable versus the New England Patriots. And I got to tell you, I'm really curious to see where this coaching staff's head is at leading up into the big matchup against New England. And in my opinion, I think that there's really only 1 or 2 possibilities when this all comes down to it. Number 1, this team is desperate. They look at their record. They are 3-8, and the season by itself is hanging on a thread. They need to win out if they want any other opportunity or an opportunity of being able to squeeze into the playoffs. However, I also see it from this perspective, and I don't hear a lot of people discussing it this way. The Cincinnati Bengals have a Thursday night game, a Thanksgiving Day game against a divisional opponent. So if you were to ask me, that's why Joe Burrow is getting all of these reps. That's why he's working with the first team. Joe Flacco's your backup. How many reps with the first team does this guy truly need, especially with his pedigree as being a veteran in the NFL? If I'm a gambling man, I think that this is nothing but a smokescreen from Zach Taylor and the coaching staff. Why would you throw Joe Burrow out with the offensive line over in Cincinnati without your number one weapon if that was truly the strategy? They could go out there and say, hey, look, we're desperate and Chase is not going to be out there, so we're going to need Joe Burrow to will this team into a win. But I mean, realistically, we know that Flacco can run this offense. We've seen him put 30, 40 points on behalf of the Cincinnati Bengals all too often since he's been on the team. So if it were up to me and say that I was Zach Taylor, hell no, I'm not putting Joe Burrow out there. No way. Not until that guy has both of his weapons ready to go. No Mike Gesicki, by the way. So we can completely scratch that. And he's coming off of a brand new injury, right? He just ended up having surgery on his turf toe. If they were to put him out there, while I could empathize with the fact that they are desperate, I think it would be wildly irresponsible. So say that I had to guess, I'm leaning toward we're going to be seeing Joe Flacco on Sunday. And this is just in efforts to get Joe Burrow ready for Thursday against the Baltimore Ravens. That's kind of where my head is at for the most part. I'm curious to think what the chat or hear what the chat has to say. So about that, we have John is coming in saying Chase is suspended. Bold. Yeah, for me, it just doesn't make sense. Like, you have an awful offensive line, worst defense in the NFL by a country mile collectively. They can't stop anybody. So you're going to go out and put your quarterback coming off of an injury without one of his best weapons out on the field where you're already thin. I have no faith that T. Higgins is going to light up the secondary in New England. I mean, maybe if like you want to ride in the fact that, oh, Cincinnati's home, but I mean, honestly, like how effective have they been at home, right? Last time I checked, I'm pretty sure they dropped one to the damn Jets in Cincinnati at this point. So it's interesting. I wonder where Cincinnati's head is at, where we stand today, but what can you do? What can you do? Dan from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Go Dolphins. Linda Jackson's in the building. Tough loss. Dan Quay 684 is in the building. Well, folks, so I can tell you, if you want to get a good understanding of my thoughts on this Buffalo Bills team, I highly recommend that you just go tap into my YouTube channel at Real Dan Mitchell. I had an instant reaction, which is dropped, I think, here within the next couple of minutes. And I was unpacking everything that I saw from that Houston Texans game. And look, basically what I have come down with is this and this alone. We have a very limited roster. It is what it is. Like, we don't have many great players. We have good players. And that's a big difference, right? And there's only so much that this team can do. I find it odd that when you look at the wins that Buffalo has been able to stack so far this year, like the quality of wins, like Baltimore week 1, the Kansas City Chiefs at one point, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, all teams who are threatening at least to be first place within their own respective division with a upper echelon type quarterback at the helm. But then you end up looking at some of the losses that we were able to collect, right? And Michael Penix, okay? Like, not a lot of us have faith in him. Tua, I mean, come on. Not a lot of faith in Tua, right? Davis Mills, etc. But how I look at these matchups is a lot of Bills fans are mad at the defense, but at the end of the day, it's just lack of offensive quality. It's lack of Josh Allen not playing well, right? Like, he's missing guys left and right. Like, he's saying no to the man. Yes, he was sacked 8 times last night. But dude was looking like Shador Sanders out there last night, taking 70 yards worth of sack yards. Like, yes, it's unfair for me to put so much on Josh Allen. It's unfair to. But quite frankly, that's our only option. So you're damn right. I'm not letting you in, fool. I'm not letting you in, fool. It's unfair. But with how this team is, he gets paid $55 million. He can't be coughing up the ball twice. Handing it to them in their own red zone and then throwing a pick at the absolute last minute of the game where you had an opportunity of winning it at all. So, yes, there are issues on the offense. That's clear. But the only thing that can be fixed on this team is perfection from Josh Allen. That is the only thing that can be fixed at the end of the day. We have a caller in the building. Hello.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
I'm doing well.
I'm just trying to figure out, man, why is everybody being so hard on Josh Allen? I mean, he's the MVP, man. Why does everybody act like he had a bad game? I thought that he played MVP level.
Well, let me tell you what, DT Pats talk. Okay, we have DT Pats talk in the building right here with a wonderful question. So I'll tell you what, man. Listen, I'm probably one of the few Bills fans that are going to tell you what it is, right? He's playing poorly. He's playing poorly this year. Outside of a couple of good games against good teams, he falters, right? Like he's dealing with issues, right? Like he has been struggling under pressure. His turnovers are coming back. He's not looking at the underneath type player. He's not making the most out of his opportunities. And look, like you could say, oh, he has no help. But at the end of the day, he literally has arguably a better wide receiving core than he did last year, in which that he ended up winning an MVP with.
Yeah, but Dan, I'm just such a huge Josh Allen fan, and it's like at this point I'm over it. We should just trade him for Tua.
Well, we should not trade him for Tua, DT Pad stock. We should not. We should. TD, stop trolling me, man. Stop trolling me, man. Yo, listen, I told you. And so I told you, I was like, TD, I'm nervous about this game on Thursday. Like, don't worry, Dan. Y'all gonna blow him out.
You know what, Dan?
What's up?
I ain't winning another game. I'm out. Bye.
You're out. All right, TD. You enjoy your day off, my friend, on the solo episode. He's trolling me on his day off, ladies and gentlemen. That's commitment. You can't be upset about it. You really, really can't. But anyway, moving on. So I look at this Buffalo Bills team. I mean, we're not winning the division. That much I can tell you. And so I think we'll make the wild card, but will we win a game? So it depends on what the matchup is, right? But of course, what else can you do? One thing I found interesting that I do kind of want to go over with each and every single one of you is you're probably wondering about percentages, right? Like what is the likelihood or what teams are going to make the playoffs? And based off of strength of schedule and many other factors, what are the most likely playoff seeds going into the season? Well, luckily I was able to pull up some DVOA metrics, and I think that you guys are going to find this intriguing to say the least. When it comes in to the NFC and the AFC, what teams are actually going to be available here? And again, shout out to our boys at Vitamin Energy. When it comes into the NFC, and this is percentage-wise, you can see a lot of weird games happen. That is true. But this is based off of how teams are playing against similar opponents, remainder of a strength of schedule. We have the Philadelphia Eagles with a 42.9% for the 1 seed, Rams 2nd seed, Lions 3rd, Buccaneers 4th, Seahawks the 5th seed, 49ers the 6th, and the Packers are the 7th seed. All of these guys with the largest percentages of getting that specific seed. Obviously, this is going to change after week 12, just to keep in mind. Moving on with the AFC, we have the Broncos are at 32.9%. That's your 1 seed right there, based off of remaining schedule and based off of how they have been playing. Patriots at 23.1. We have the Colts in the 3rd seed. Ravens is the 4th. Bills is the 5th. 6 is the Chiefs. And 7th as the LA Chargers. And I'm not sure if you guys have double checked right now, but when it comes into where it currently stands, we have the Broncos at 1, Patriots at 2, Colts at 3, Steelers at 4, Chargers 5, Bills 6th, and the Jacksonville Jaguars at 7th right now. That is currently where we're looking at the AFC side of things. And the NFC, in which where it stands, Eagles at 1, Rams 2, Bears 3, Buccaneers 4, Seahawks 5, Packers 6, and the San Francisco 49ers at 7. The NFC is far more competitive than what we have been seeing thus far. I found an interesting tweet that I think you guys would love, actually. And it's something that I have been asking myself quite a bit. It's from John Frashella. So with anyone that is a Jets fan, you're probably familiar with this name. He's a Jets beat reporter. And he raises an interesting question. He says, the AFC playoff picture is going to be wild going forward. It's like the best quarterbacks versus the best teams. Like if I was going into the playoffs, I'd want Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, or Lamar Jackson. But the Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens all look shaky. Then on the flip, the Colts, Broncos, and Patriots look like good winning teams. But do you trust Daniel Jones, Bo Nix, and Drake May in the playoffs? You also have the Texans with the best defense, the Chargers with Justin Herbert, and the Jaguars with Liam Cohn. So who do you think will ultimately represent the AFC in the Super Bowl? He raises a very interesting point. What has been uniform for the past couple of years is that the quarterback position come playoff time is always the most important. Folks, I am not confident, and I can guarantee you, out of anybody that puts their prediction in of who's going to be playing in the AFC Championship, I don't think anybody in here would be correct. Like, not a soul. Nobody on earth would be, because it's very unpredictable. It's tough to say, man. It is a tough, tough world that we are living in. Guys, I need to give a giant shout out to our good friends over on Sleeper. Sleeper is bar none the number one player prop platform on the market today. If you were to take sacks last night from the Houston Texans defense, you probably would have been a winner. If you were to take interceptions on Josh Allen, you probably would have been a winner as well. Very simple process. Just make anywhere between 2 to 5 plays on your player prop parlay, and you could be a winner of up to 1,000x if you accurately predict everything. Use code RTS, guys, and you will be getting a free $20 just for signing up, and $100 will be matched all the way up to 100%. So you do not want to miss out on this. Man, absolutely beautiful. We have a couple of super chats here we'd like to take advantage of. Garrett Wilson, 700-yard season is in progress. Dan, don't trip about the Texans loss. Last year, Allen had the worst game of his career against the Texans and even got a concussion. Yeah. So I'll tell you what. So how I look at it is this. Going into this game, and y'all were watching the AFC East Roundtable, y'all been watching this show for quite some time. You knew that going into this season, I had this as a loss for the Buffalo Bills. I picked that the Bills lose to the Houston Texans in Houston. I was not shocked. Like many people were probably just like, hey, like, why do you seem okay today? It's because this loss didn't come as a surprise to me. Like the Dolphins loss came as a surprise to me. And the Atlanta Falcons loss came as a surprise to me. But this one, no, not at all, dude. So we were talking about a defense that stellar pass rush. Okay. They had the best play action defense in the NFL. Solid run defense. Okay. They dominated us on special teams. So I knew that this just wasn't a good matchup. And you look at Davis Mills, right? Like, dude had barely over 50% completion percentage. Like, was missing throws left and right. And as much as everyone would like to point blame on the Buffalo Bills defense, I mean, we held them to 3 points in the second half, right? It's kind of my thought process. It's kind of my thought process, man, when we go into it. Let me see. I called a pick 6 by Josh Allen. It almost happened. It definitely did. It definitely did. Indiana Jones. So a lot of people have thoughts on Indiana Jones. I can appreciate that. I still think it's going to be AFC Championship, Colts versus Patriots. We'll see, man. We will see. Colts might not even win their division. They still have to play the Texans twice. Matchup-wise, Texans defense would play the Colts well. I'm very excited to see what that looks like. The Texans defense saved them in that game. Davis Mills didn't play his best. Like, look, it is a quality unit. And so I want to see MVP playback Brady. Has I missed it on vacay? He has reigning MVP J17 on his team, and that playback must be invisible. It's tough, man. It's tough stuff. Bills will not make the playoffs. Not looking that good. Bengals are going to beat the Pats, keep Bills in the top of the AFC East. Joe Burrow. The Bengals are going to beat the Patriots, according to Jose. He's saying that Joe Burrow is about to go off and go crazy. I have no idea what's up. He said beat munching and bets. I have no idea what you're talking about. So they need to stop turning the football over. Yeah, Ryan, they do. And by the way, congratulations on the jersey that you just won earlier today. I appreciate that. I thought that the Texans had a chance, and their defense is legit. It's the best in the league. It's the best in the league at the end of the day, man. That's just kind of how it is. Guys, one last shout out right over to our boys over on RotoWire, folks. RotoWire, bar none, the best player prop research tool on the market today. They gift wrap you overs and unders each and every single Thursday, Sunday, and Monday, including college football, basketball, the whole nine. So say that you want to take your player prop game a bit more seriously, have to put this RotoWire into your toolbox, man. Shout out to Roto. We appreciate you there, man. We appreciate that. Would Joe Burrow maybe back? Who knows? But like, would he even help really? So would he even really help at this point? Because so that defense is so atrocious. Bills don't have the easiest schedule left, and without 10 to 11 wins, I don't know if they make it. So, but here's my thing, right? Like, this is the Buffalo Bills for you. Say that Buffalo maintains their 2025 season. You know what's going to happen? We're going to dog walk the Steelers. We're going to dog walk the Eagles. But then we'll lose to the Browns and the Jets. That's what the season has been so far this year. That's just what it's been. So I don't know what to expect from this team. From what I see, we struggle tremendously against the road. We don't take teams with losing records seriously. It's rough stuff. It's rough stuff, man. We got Parks in the building. What's up, man?
Bob Mitchell.
Hey, dude, listen, you heard from me, man. I was not feeling good about this game. You knew it.
I know. I noticed when you talking about you was 10-0. You know, I noticed that you stopped at 10. You ain't keep on going 11. I know why. I know. I already know.
Yeah.
This is probably. I will say this though, man. I have never seen Josh Allen look scared like that. Like he actually looked scared last night.
Yep.
And can't nobody blame that defense. Can't nobody blame the defense. You got to blame the offense. And if you look at that, interception, that last interception, who is number 88 or something like that?
Dawson Knox.
He was wide open.
I know.
On the sideline, and Josh Allen threw it in the triple coverage.
Yep.
Like if he hits him, he probably walks in for a touchdown. Josh Allen did not play good. 90%ers, I know y'all love Josh Allen and you don't blame him for nothing. Mm-hmm. This game is on this offense, man. Like y'all need to come on now. Like this is why I don't listen to y'all. This is why. Because y'all don't blame me. It's time to start blaming them now, man. Dan Mitchell, I want y'all to win. I thought y'all were going to win. I could be like you and, you know, when you picked Carolina Panthers to beat us. I could have been hating, but I already told you that I want this division to be competitive between us.
Yeah.
But y'all are losing games that you usually win. Like everybody you have lost to, they was either 500 or below.
I know.
And I just don't. Unless you get this offense together, it's really not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Yeah. And this defense, like I said, the defense, you can't ask them. I said this after the Atlanta game. You can't ask them to play much better than they did in the second half. Once again, they only gave up 3.
No, not at all. And so Parks, right? Like say before the game that I were to tell you that Buffalo would have held Houston 2 out of 12 times on third down conversions before you even watched the game. You would have said, oh yeah. And so the Bills win
Buffalo
that
winning. Yeah, Buffalo winning.
Dude,
I would have said Buffalo was winning. I would have said Buffalo was winning. I will say this, Dan Mitchell, man. I have never seen a quarterback that wins MVP and the next season he goes away from what won him the MVP.
I know.
Like I have never seen that. Like, come on. Like I say, I still believe in Josh Allen. Still believe in him, but he's making it very hard. He's making it very hard. Like Josh Allen, I feel like he is a top 2, probably best quarterback in this league right now. Mm-hmm. It's hard to, because he has all the physical tools and everything. It's hard to keep defending him when he do stuff like this. Like last week, you had 6 touchdowns. This week, I don't care, man. You supposed to win this game.
Yeah,
you're making $55 million a year. You're supposed to win this game.
I know.
And one more question, Dan Mitchell. Where was your 3-year, $30 million receiver at, man? I'm out of here.
All right, man. We'll see you. Peace, dude. Parks. Shout out Parks, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. That is what it is. That is what it is, folks. But damn, man. We have a great week of NFL Week 12 football coming up, guys. We ended up going through some of the previews yesterday, and might as well go ahead and take over a couple of more for some games that might be standing out to me at any given moment. Let's double check. Let's see what we got here. Shout out to our boys over at Vitamin Energy, man. We already talked about the Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that this is an intriguing game right now. It's tough for me to bet against the Chiefs, but is it really in 2025? They are having a lot of issues, and the Colts defense is a slept-on portion of that game. I don't know, dude. So Kansas City needs this. But many would argue that they needed the Bills game. Many would argue that they needed the Denver Broncos game. How many of us are confident that Kansas City is going to drop 3 in a row? That's the question. That's the question. How confident are we that Kansas City is going to drop 3 in a row? I'm not entirely sold on that. So I'm going to be interested to watch how this all ultimately ends up playing out. So the Green Bay Packers and the Vikings, I have the Green Bay Packers. Seahawks and Titans, come on, barring some miracle. And so I really can't see much. I'm sorry, Jets fans, but I have the Ravens absolutely rolling you at this point. Lions are going to beat the Giants. I don't know, man. Does Aaron Rodgers continue his ownership of the Chicago Bears? From a Buffalo Bills fan's perspective, I hope so. Because I do not want Pittsburgh to be coming off of a loss as Baltimore is breathing down their neck. Right now, where it stands, so the Pittsburgh Steelers are at 6-4 right now, and Baltimore is coming. I do not want the Steelers to be in desperation mode next week when they play the Bills. So while I think that the Bears are a better team than Pittsburgh, I'm going to be rooting for the Pittsburgh Steelers like no other, and hoping that Aaron Rodgers can pull some of his ownership out and his black magic that he always puts up against Chicago for some odd reason. I have the Patriots winning. It doesn't matter if Burrow or Flacco is playing. Like, that defense is awful. It is so bad. And I trust the Patriots defense at least to make a couple of big stops. Raiders and Browns. Shador's first game, right? Like, we ultimately ended up seeing TD Finn's talk stat projection from Shador. It's insane. It's like 300-something yards. Maybe he does it. And so this Raiders defense is pretty bad. Have the Jags beating the Cardinals. Like, not really much is necessary there. have the Eagles beating the Cowboys, but who knows about the Cowboys? Last time they played was super close. Falcons beat the Saints. Kirk Cousins is back. Who knows with that? Will the Buccaneers drop 3 games in a row? That's the question. Will the Bucs drop 3 games in a row to the LA Rams? I think that they do. I would be shocked if they didn't. And then last but not least, have the 49ers taking care of business against the Carolina Panthers. I think that's where my head's at least. I think that's where my head is at least. Bears and Steelers, such an odd matchup. It certainly is. We have Daniel Jones is going to lose the games for the Colts. I believe so. We have Kansas City still has a top 5 defense, believe it or not, but Colts are going to play hard to get that number 1 seed. Steelers money line, Colts money line, Bengals money line, Cowboys money line, Falcons money line. Already put this in. Jose, dude, he's a gambling man, dude. He is a gambling man. Raiders fans aren't been excited since week 1. No, they have not. Court is in session. Dan Mitchell, Bills president. Thank you so much, man. Dude, you are like my number 1 hype man, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Luis. All right, folks. That's going to have to do it. I sincerely hope that each and every single one of you have a great weekend. And maybe you have the full week off next week for Thanksgiving. I'm not sure if you've been stacking up your PTO and like you're really riding into the weekend feeling like feeling large. And so I know that I have 2 turkeys right now sitting in my freezer. Okay, I'm frying one, I'm baking the other. It's going to be a good time, man. It's going to be a good time. Regardless, 4th and Forever, and then all of your favorite talents on Roundtable Sports will be live and active next week during the holiday. And we are dead set on keeping you entertained. That much I can tell you. Folks, we appreciate you for tapping in. So we hope you have a wonderful weekend. And like and subscribe. You know exactly where to find us at any given moment. See you soon. Peace.